Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Rough Night Gaming. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Travis.
And we're playing Dark Souls 3 Ring City Edition.
No,
Pimp
the
My
Fire Fades.
Pimp My Ride Edition.
Yeah.
I'll get it. I'll get it eventually. But now we are not fading the fire. We are in the swamp. And so there's folks that have been crucified out there.
Looks like it.
But not on Dark Moon crucifixes.
Well, we've seen people of all types being crucified or some sort of this world's equivalent of crucifixion. I mean, like we've seen these symbols and
Right, yeah, these are the symbols that I was...
and we've seen people
kinda
like
used to.
nailed to wheelbarrows.
Ooh, what are these guys mentioned?
Sorry, not wheelbarrows, wheels. You know, like in spoked wheels.
Yeah. Guys, we're trying a different weapon. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we're trying out the Heisel pick. You're doing pretty good damage. You killed those guys in 2 hits.
I wasn't upset with that.
And it's predictable, the move set, you know, straight down. Well, like
Considering that's the only move.
at a slight sliding. You know. So you're gonna be look at that. That's a messed up thing. That's
And
definitely not
there's
human.
Sacks hanging from the trees.
Yes. I remember trying to like attack them and try to
Bring them down.
Yeah, bring them down, but to no avail.
So they're just decoration.
Oh, you should. That's a good point. You should put
Like poison bite.
poison. Well, yeah, you could put your poison bite ring on. You could also put your I'd say dump one of your spell slots. You have too many spells.
But okay. DS1.
You know, honestly,
Which spell went away? This is
honestly,
very
the poison bite ring's not gonna help you that much. What you should put
Lost spook.
What you should put on is your on your bar is your poison resist stuff, and get rid of those things.
Oh, I need to buy more.
That, sure, but for now, you don't have any.
That
you're gonna
doesn't
die.
Seem good.
All right, well let's just see how far you get. So, Marcus, we started talking about it last episode, but we kind of got distracted with all the awesome lore and the PvP and all that stuff. But
PvP.
you went on a trip to the Grand Canyon.
Among other things, yeah. It was pretty grand time.
Grand Canyon's pretty great. I've only been there once when I was a little kid, but I have fond memories.
This is the first time I've ever been. It was the first time I've ever been to that part of the country at all. So it was a pretty neat experience for me because the Grand Canyon was like the end of our adventure, really. We did a lot of stuff in between.
Okay.
And standing at the rim of the Grand Canyon, I felt like this is cool and all, but like I can't see the river, I can't see the bottom of it. Like there's so much down there because I did a backpacking trip from the South Rim over to the North Rim, which is 21 miles, and then back to the South Rim again, which is about 42 miles. And after you just get a couple miles down off of the rim, like the scenery changes dramatically, like because you start following little like gulches, and just the coloration becomes so much more clear because you're not having to look over the entire canyon anymore, which can be obscured by stuff.
Look at that thing.
It's gross.
It's your first encounter with one of those. Ah! Ooh, wow. You took a lot of poison. No, you're
Yep,
actually
all the
poisoned.
fucking poison.
At least now you don't have to worry about being poisoned anymore.
Yeah, because now I am.
You're flat out poisoned.
Now I are one.
Yeah.
So that was really cool, and I encourage anybody who does go.
Wow, that was good. Shield up.
Who does go to the canyon to go down, pick a trail, and head down a little bit, because like the colors of the rocks and the walls of the canyons all change somewhat.
Well, let's take a look at this thing really quick.
This guy here?
Yeah, so this is the flame that you were told to extinguish, right? Well,
Yeah.
let's take a look at the... Can you back up just a little bit and put on your binoculars?
If I remember, yep. As long as I don't die
Take a
of
look
poison
at
during
right
this.
above the flames. Look at that thing. What is that?
I thought it was a tree.
It does
But
look like
it's
a tree.
lady.
Well, no, it's an actual...
It's a lady tree.
It's a tree. It looks like there's something down here.
It's a person. There's a hood, and look, there's its hands.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. There is a lady there with a hood. Does this figure and the tree remind you of anything?
Well, I mean, that figure, there's a bunch of those people in the deep, Cathedral of the Deep, the statues, right? And the tree, this is the Tree of Londor.
You're just making shit up, aren't you?
I mean, the tree part is, yeah. But this, I mean...
Okay, well, we'll remember this because this is actually a weird one to come to first. When you get to the other flames, we'll take a look at those things. And
Should I extinguish it?
go for it. You were told to do so by Hawkwood, weren't you?
Yeah, I were.
Right.
Little sneak peek there.
Yeah, it kind of like just lets you know that you're making progress. You're not like you didn't just extinguish some random ass flame all by
You
itself
did something.
for nothing.
You did something. A couple of different ways to go here.
Okay, so you enjoyed your time at the Grand Canyon.
Oh, right. So, the whole thing was, I was there for like 13, 12 days in Arizona and southern Utah. I flew into Phoenix. Fuck ton of driving. A shit ton of driving.
Did you take a rental?
No, Oliver picked me up. He was working in Flagstaff, which is northern Arizona.
Rotten pine, what's that?
Hopefully it's something to help with poison.
No, it creates poison, but let's read it. It says it is rotted and turned poisonous, likely rotten from the start. Fair and keep was swallowed by the rotted wood, where the blunt-horned grooves concoct this resin. Okay, so now we know those things are called grooves.
And so he's like outfitted his truck since he does seasonal work for the National Forest Service.
That's awesome.
So he outfitted his truck to live in. So the bed of his truck, he's got a canopy over it.
Okay.
And then he's got a bed back there and a little fold down like propane stove, which is pretty rad. And underneath the bed, he like lifts up. This guy's powerful.
Yeah, I don't like these ones. They're freaky. Oh, that is that's actually the move I'm most scared of. He's gonna.
Jesus Christ, he just does not quit.
Oh.
Get him, baby! No! Oh, I need that. Give me my head, please.
I was using it. You know, you healed though just in time. Oh, it's because he was enraged. He took less damage.
He took a lot less damage.
Yeah. You know, you didn't have that much souls. Or that many souls.
Not that much.
So I'd say just don't worry about it. Plus, I don't know if you could find that place again. You looked like you're a little lost.
Nah, it was right over here.
Alright, so your buddy, he basically outfitted his car, and then the three of you all slept there, you and your wife and him.
Dan...
In the car. Hey, put those on your bar.
Dan came down later. She didn't come down right away.
That's right, yeah. So there's more driving to pick him up.
So, yeah, from...
No, put it on your other bar.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Quick bar.
This one.
Now, when you're just slogging through it, don't use it. Because you're just going to get poisoned again. But when you are, like, at a safer spot, that's when a good time to use it would be.
That sounds good. So picked up in Phoenix.
Hey, pyromancy.
Whoa. And Phoenix is kind of like, I don't know, the butthole of the Southwest.
Is it?
It's all brown. It's all very flat. Like, the downtown is very unimpressive. It's hot.
Sounds like buttholes that I know about.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, shit. It's those cursed dudes. Cursed frogs.
It's not great. But,
Oh, you're getting cursed. You might want to get out of
you're
there.
right. Oh, jeez, God.
Like, you can handle being poisoned.
Being cursed is less than good.
Yeah.
So we went from there
Nice.
up to flat. It was the first time what was that? Not what I wanted to do. It was the first time I'd ever stayed in a hostel, which
Get
was
out,
kinda
get out, get out, get out!
I tried to roll through it,
Look at that.
but his body was... So, do I suffer any, like, lingering consequences?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh,
You do die instantly, which is what should happen when you get cursed, which is the proper way to do curse. Unlike 2, which was stupid.
Jeez. Take notes.
Take notes. Curse 1. I still think Curse 1 was better in 1 where they reduced your hit points.
That's not good.
Like by half, and it was cumulative.
And then didn't you have to do something like?
You had to get a purging stone.
Yeah, pretty severe.
But you didn't
which were
have a
expensive.
purging. They were, well, yeah, but you usually didn't have
I don't
one.
feel like I
that
wanna
thing
engage
is
that
fucking
guy.
enormous. Yeah,
don't
it's like a
wanna-
daddy grew.
A daddy grew. But then we drove for like 10 hours the second day into southern Utah. And it was nice. The drive was kind of cool. Because I want to go up there.
Okay.
Is there anything up there? Please tell me before I waste my time.
No, go for it.
Okay.
Find out.
And
At the very least, you can approach those slugs. Those slugs look interested in something.
nah. And I mean the whole like. Oh my god. Southern Utah was really pretty, actually.
Isn't there like a petrified forest up there too?
Yeah, there is. I never saw it. But
I remember going to that when I was a kid too.
I think
we
it's
went
a
on a big
national
old
park.
Yeah,
a big old thing.
yeah. When,
Travis, there's nothing up
you're
here.
right. Darn.
Oh, you made me explore for no reason.
Yeah, I knew there was nothing up there. For once though, sometimes I don't. Frequently, I don't know.
Sneaky guy. This way? I've been this way.
You've been this way.
But it's safe.
You are looking for the flames, though. If you look up and kind of like peek around for flames, it's not always the best because of the trees, but you can find, like, you know.
Well, is this like the other swamp where if I go the wrong way, yeah, see items?
There's so many items in
Nice.
this swamp. In
All
fact, there's
the items.
too many items because I'm all like, I feel like I have to grab them. Whoa! Out of nowhere, a dark wraith in the wild. That's messed
Wild
up.
Dark Wraith.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he hits hard and hurty.
Yeah, now would be a good time to drink your potion or your poison thing, but
Oh, I'm poisoned, huh?
yeah. Now that you're engaging in a prolonged fight.
Damn it, wrong button. I mean, no, yeah.
So it's kind of interesting that we're finding a dark raid like all the way out here. Now we know that the Farron watchdogs and the Farron, the knights.
No!
Oh,
Fuck!
so close.
There goes our perfect run.
Yeah.
We got so far.
We know that they exist to fight back the deep, right?
Rumor has it, yeah.
Yeah, you were told before that by Hawkwood that if you want to fight that guy, can go left.
I don't want to.
You gotta get your revenge, don't you?
Does he come back?
Yeah.
Then I don't give a fuck about revenge. I mean, revenge is only satisfying if it's lasting.
You're a good man, Marcus.
I guess.
Anyway, what I was gonna say is that so you know that this place that they exist to like keep back the deep, right?
Yeah.
And obviously,
Stone farm.
Parma. That will become relevant later. We're gonna keep a note on that.
I'm guessing it's related to Parmesan.
Yeah. No.
It's a Parma stone. It's like
We're
what
gonna
you
collect
grade
like
on.
all the a bunch of items from here, and then go look at them all together instead of piecemeal, because it's a little too wonky to go one by one. Got his
Ooh.
dark hand shield up.
Dark Hand Shield, 100% magic there.
Yeah. So you know, obviously, since there's dark wraiths here, that there must be some sort of failure from the Knights of Farron of some sort, right? Nice, good moves. That was solid.
I was concerned that it wasn't going to work out.
You know that the Knights are somehow not succeeding at keeping the dark back. Ooh, Sage's Coal.
That
That might be
makes-
helpful since you are a Sage type person.
But doesn't that just add magic attributes to...
Yeah, probably. And now that you've got a magic weapon, it doesn't matter to you anymore.
Yeah, I have the best weapon in the game. You see this thing? Look at it. Well, I'm standing in the poisoning muck.
It is a pretty solid weapon. I have no complaints about this.
This one?
Yeah.
I mean...
This weapon-
I think it'll be pretty cool.
This weapon lasted me a good long while. Until I got Moonlight Greatsword, yo!
Oh my god, you just can't stop with Moonlight
I
Greatsword.
love Greatsword.
Moon Great Light Sword.
It's a great weapon for your build.
No! So much gore.
Yeah, stay away from him for a while.
Jeez.
He's not happy with you.
I'm gonna go pick up the item and just hope he doesn't remember that he just tore off my head.
I think he will. But at the very least, you know, if you die, you got some...
I've got some what? If I die, I've got no idea
you
where
know,
I'm
I
at.
got stuff. Alright, so tell me more about this trip.
Okay. Okay, just 1 second. Let me
The
just.
swamp is not your friend, dude. You are having. Oh,
And I don't even get a chance to do anything. It just ran on top of me. I don't think I could have rolled away from that if I wanted to.
wow.
Fuck the swamp.
I know. The swamp is the worst.
So the first night, we had a backpacking trip in like backcountry, not like an actual national park permitted thing. It was just one we're gonna like. Oh yeah, we've heard that this is cool, and
Let's go right this time. Don't get cursed.
it's apparently a pretty popular hike, but we're doing it off season in November.
Great. Off season is like the way to do things.
As long as it doesn't get like too cold at night, then yeah. Or like off season up here for hiking, it sucks because it's always raining. But in Arizona and Utah, it's not really raining that much.
Sure.
So, but anywho.
Oh, get out! Get out!
I wanted them to let me out, please. That's I'm asking
So,
nicely.
I think what their move, what you should do is when they jump up, forget the spell, just roll. Oh, okay.
What was
Okay.
that?
That time you got lucky.
I don't know if that was
Well,
the job.
really, wait. From behind.
Son of a.
I was gonna say, yeah, your top priority should be getting out of curse. Killing them. Is
Priority number 1.
Yeah.
Move it up the list. But,
Well, I'm glad you had fun.
no, I'm not done yet.
You're done. No, okay, go for it.
So, fuck ton of driving. And then we get to this little town.
Yeah.
And that town is pretty much just about the national monument that it's near.
Okay.
And we have dinner there, and then there's a road called like Hole in the Rock Road, right? It's a 60-mile dirt road,
Awesome.
and it's like the worst dirt road ever.
Yeah?
like just crazy washboards. Like Oliver's truck afterwards, his truck that he's like living in,
Yeah.
was fucked. It broke his air conditioning, his stereo no longer worked, and he developed a really squeaky loud like rattle
What are you
towards the
trying,
front
what are
of
you
his
trying
truck.
to do?
Just nothing. And anyway,
Really, just on his trip. Now, had he never driven on this road?
he took it once before. This road literally leads to just trails, like a couple of trailheads here and there,
Okay.
and it's just cow fields
Oh, okay.
in between. So it's not like a main thoroughfare. It's literally just a dirt road to nowhere, but you know, with stops along the way. And he has driven it before because there's slot canyons in between where we were going and where we started.
Should take your poison thing.
Oh, okay. And
You'll be out of the poison for a while, so it's good to. Now's a good time to do it.
And hold on, take that one too.
Remember, you can just hold down the button to quick move dash and to the Estus flask. Don't forget that.
I'm never gonna. I mean, maybe I don't know.
It's hard to train yourself if you've been doing it one way forever. You
Yeah.
know? Nice.
That's the super berserker asshole dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, you got an Estus flask back.
Nice.
Somebody else rested at your bonfire.
And so we do about 20 miles on this dirt road, and we've got about 35 to get to the trailhead.
Okay.
And it's dark. It's like 8:30.
That's awesome.
So we're like, we're just gonna pull over and like sleep for the night.
Oh, okay. Before you,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
take a look at those binocs. Okay. What does that look like?
A bunch of churchgoers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they're wearing crowns, right?
Oh,
So
sure. Yeah.
What are they?
Royalty.
Okay. How many of them are there?
I see 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So what are they?
4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
I mean, sure, but I don't think this is a Judeo-Christian society.
Then they're the Cinder Lords that are missing from the thrones. They're the. I'm trying. I'm not good at.
You know, that's
geography.
not a bad guess. But okay, extinguish the flame and think back to the original flame that you extinguished.
Okay.
It looked like a
Tree and a lady.
or a robed figure at the very least.
Oh, it was all lady.
Okay. Maybe the third one will ring the final bell. Oh, ring the bells
Oh,
of
boy.
awakening! The awakening of your mind.
boy.
Woohoo!
A mind awakening.
All right. When you get out of this cutscene, instead of continuing on, because that'll lead you to that big ugly that grew, the daddy grew.
Daddy
go
grew.
back the way you came instead.
East one.
Yeah.
Okay. So we go down and we're like, all right, we're just gonna find the next place to pull off and just camp there.
Okay. Follow this rock wall in front of you.
Yeah. So we do that because like a couple of cows had like jumped in front of us crossing the street.
No, like there were no gates between the road
No.
and the pasture. Well, get out.
I mean, there might have been, but they weren't where we were. So it was a little like, okay, we don't want to like hit a cow. Those weigh a lot. They're not going to be good for the truck.
No, your truck's more likely to get messed up than they.
Yeah, for sure. And so we pull over and we camp. Like he sleeps in his truck. I set up my tent, and we're actually able to set up a fire because there's a little like you could tell people have camped there before. There's a little fire ring.
Go back and kill those guys.
Oh, kill those guys. Can I do it on?
Yeah.
Here.
Not that matters. You're already poisoned.
And
Go.
I'm gonna die.
Oh, no, get out.
I'm gonna die.
Roll.
I'm gonna die.
Stay out. Top priority.
And
At least you're not slow, right?
I would never be slow.
Like in this.
Oh, yeah. And while we were like bunking down,
Get out.
bed,
You're
oh God, you're
it's
right.
like luring you in. By the way, this weapon has a strong forward pull. So as you swing,
yeah,
you will
a bit.
move forward
Look at all this-
significantly.
Look at all this movement.
That is good and bad. So just be aware of it. Go back. Go into that little cave that's back there. There you go.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
And as we were enjoying the fire and like the stars and stuff, because the
Yeah.
stars are like way more clear in the desert, especially when it's cold.
Oh, look
Something
at that. There's
about
a
like
body
air turbulence
with a golden scroll. And there's a chest, but the chest is empty. 2 chests, but one's empty. What's in there?
a silver
Antiquated
scroll.
stuff. All right, we got too much stuff. Let's take a look at some of this.
Seems like a nice safe spot.
Yeah, it is actually.
Look at stuff.
You are poisoned, so be aware.
There's this one.
Well, you've had prism stones before. There's nothing fancy there. We're actually going to go into a different screen to keep moving. Yeah, let's take a look at the sage coal.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys.
It says the white magic flame produced by this coal was given to the undead legion long ago by one of the crystal sage twins. There we go again with this crystal sages. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now here's the thing where it says it was given to the undead legion. So obviously the undead legion and the crystal sage were
In cahoots.
allied.
There's some collusion going on.
Let's take a look at go back.
Wait.
I mean, there's that too.
Pyromancy.
It doesn't really tell you much. It says not advisable for walking in marshlands, perhaps resulting in its obsolescence in the Great Swamp, because it increases your weight so significantly.
Why is it a pyromancy?
It basically just makes you a huge tank.
Anyway, where are we going?
Back to the keys to look at the golden scroll. All right, a golden scroll chronicling the vast research of the Xanthus scholars. Give to a sorcerer to learn the arts of Oolacile. In the lost land of Oolacile, the sorceries orchestrated light and were said to shine in golden hues. So this Oolacile land is talked about as a golden land, right? Mm-hmm. But also that Xanthus scholars came from there. So that's interesting. But take a look at that antiquated set you just wore and the stone Parma shield. Actually, the Parma shield is what I want you to look at first. It's that big, heavy stone. No, it's the curse wood. Sorry. There it is. A round stone shield once carried by an old knight who turned to stone himself. It has powerfully defensive properties, right? Mm-hmm. Do you remember in Oolacile in Dark Souls 1 those huge stone dudes with their shields and their helmets and their weapons, and they'd attack really strong, and they you'd have to like run past them to get to where Artorias was in the forest, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is that shield. And they were called stone Parmenites or something like that. Mm-hmm. Now take a look at the antiquated set that you just picked up. This stuff, yeah. It is sewn in a long-lost fashion. The elaborately embroidered ivory-colored silk is imbued with ancient magic power.
No protection.
That's right. And then is there other pieces that have info? Different info? Nope. And then should be that one, yeah. Okay, so there's no actual info, but if you actually did put it on, there's no helmet. There is a helmet, but it's somewhere else.
Oh.
You'll recognize it as the set that Dusk herself wore. It's Dusk's gear. You found the stone Parma stuff. You're finding Xanthus stuff, which is
Lots of connections to Oolacile.
Oolacile, exactly. It is my belief, and I'm sure other people believe as well, that the Great Swamp is Oolacile.
Just way fucking far in the future.
Yeah.
It's just turned all the icky goopy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Maybe the dark was finally coming up, and that's what the Farron Keep. That's what the Undead Legion was created for.
Designed to prevent.
Yeah.
Well, they fucking failed.
Um,
Did a super shitty
doesn't
job.
look like a super great. Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, he almost.
that was just a wee bit faster.
I think there's something worthwhile in there. Yeah.
Well, let's see what we can do here.
If you remember, also, I don't know if there's any lore to support this, but just based on the way that they look. Do you remember in Oolacile those grass people? They were like looked like shrubbery and all that, and they were like
They're like the gardeners.
yeah. I think the Gru are them.
Oh, just
Yeah, like corrupted by the dark or the deep. I think the Gru are those people.
well, that's weird. They look way different.
They don't look too different. I mean, yes, of course they look different, but they have like they're tall and lanky, and they have like kind of like a society of some sort, and they're tending to the swamp in a way. Now, I'm not saying that there's a lot of lore support for it,
No, it's a nice little speculation.
but that's just a like headcanon like idea. Go up that ramp. Also, if you look to your right, that's the
There's my
stone
door.
door. Yeah, and you can actually see that it requires 3. You can
One,
see the
2.
3.
Oh, there's a
and there's a
third
4th one that looks like there would be a 4th one, right? Like
just by design. Like
right by
the
design, it looks uneven. Because usually, if you've got 3 by design, there's you designed around the 3 to make
Sure.
it look
Yeah.
nice. So it's kind of weird. I'm not sure if that means anything. I'm gonna start saying that too, because a lot of this is speculation. I don't want people to think that I'm like a lore guru and I know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Wait, you're not a lore guru? Guys,
I
he
know.
is a lore guru. Don't let him bamboozle you.
No, I'm mostly just guessing, and like piecing things together and saying, isn't that interesting? And that's what makes Dark Souls so awesome, is that, some people can see a connection and think one thing, and then other people will see it and see another thing. It's kind of like, what they say about art, like good art shouldn't impede its meaning upon you. You should be able to come up with your own meaning.
Right.
And we've had discussions of art before.
Yes, and you have no taste for it. This is essentially what
We just
discovered.
disagree in art, which is fine and is to be expected.
Oh. No, not off the edge.
Oh. At least you're not that high. Oh, no. I was hoping that would kill him, and now you gotta fight them both. Solid, bro.
Say what?
You got it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Do you feel like a champion?
Actually,
Yeah, good.
that was pretty cool.
All right, heavy gems, cool.
All
All
right.
right, yeah, keep following that path. Keep following
There's
the
an
path.
item over there, though.
Yeah, there's items up here, too.
There's items fucking everywhere in this thing. It's so distracting. All right, what do we got here? This guy.
Yeah.
Going down.
You might have another one, like...
Oh, he saw me.
Whoa.
Hit him. No. No.
Whoa, what?
No!
Oh, there you go. Oh,
No!
behind you.
Fuck, it's the bad ones, right?
No, those are more like dogs.
How can you tell the difference between like those ones and the ones that like flip their shit?
The really nasty ones, why don't you just run? Just run.
Okay.
You're not slow. The way you tell the difference is that they tend to be a lot taller and they are like longer,
You're right,
and they
they're
tend to
taller, huh?
stand up and only are on their all fours temporarily. That's essentially a dog. And you
So
can
if I can use my shield, then
yeah, you can even fight them the exact same way.
shield. And death. All right, cool.
You got it.
Do you think that other one dropped down there? You think that's the guy from up top?
You could give it a shot. Go find out.
Yeah, I think it is. Go for it.
Don't rest, obviously, the bonfire. You'll have to do all that over again.
Obvi. Come on, Travis. What do you think I am? Somebody who's not played this game from...
Oh,
Damn it.
nah, just kill.
Can I backstab with this?
If you had Spook.
I want Spook.
Yeah, there you go.
I was going to say, that was shit.
No,
Damn it.
no. You know how some weapons, they have a starter and then they follow
A
up.
finisher.
Yeah. A lot of the swords, they just stab, but other weapons have
Have an initial blow to
exactly.
knock him down.
You clear here?
All right.
Cool. More of that stuff. All right, here's the last one. Take a look at it. Maybe this one will finally jog your memory.
A bunch of
Go into
skeletons.
your... Let's take a closer look at it. I like looking at the closer. It makes me feel good.
Let's take a closer.
What's this one look like?
Skeletons.
All right, what does it look like in general? So you've got a tree with a robed figure, and then you've got 4 royalties, and then you've got an undead like together. What you got? Is that ringing a bell?
You got the 4 kings, Grave Lord Nito.
Hey, there you go.
And the transgendered god from the first one. I don't know.
No, there were the 4 lords, right? There are the 4 great souls that you had to kill, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's Nito. There's the 4 kings. Go ahead. And there is the Witch of Izalith, or the Bed of Chaos, as you eventually fight it. And the Bed of Chaos is a giant tree.
Oh.
And then there's the witch, in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the representatives of each of these great lords.
Oh, and you're extinguishing. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, right?
The
And
symbology there is.
Right. I didn't notice that on my first playthrough, second playthrough, third playthrough.
Uh-huh.
I think I watched like a video or something about it, or somebody mentioned it.
Somebody more observant than us.
Like almost everybody.
Preposterous.
But it's really... Oh, look at that. It's just really, like, interesting. And, of course, Seath is not there. He had the other Great Soul.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Cool. So now the gates are open. There is a lot more to the swamp to explore.
But it's so scary.
It is very scary. But at least now you have the option to leave if you should.
That's right, and have the
choose.
bonfire that's right in front of it.
Exactly.
And
you
items.
would have been invaded by Heisel too at an earlier point, had you not already been invaded by her.
At an earlier point, the swamp.
Yes.
Oh.
Whoa!
No.
Oh, that's the one that killed you earlier.
Son of a bitch.
Actually, I think this one killed you twice.
Shut up. I will exact my vengeance.
Oh, now you're talking about vengeance. Oh!
Jesus Christ.
Nice. I honestly thought, yeah, you had it. The first
I
time.
did. What do you mean?
Okay, so look over this little edge. And kind of like peer over there. Yeah, that's a
Ooh.
nightmare scenario right there.
Oh my god, that must be like the best item in the game.
It's not.
Oh, is it just literally a bait?
One of them drops Ferris's longbow, and you never encountered Ferris. But do you remember in the original, the good version of? Not sorry, the good version, the modern version of Dark Souls 1, where before you go to Oolacile, there's a forest, and then you meet the cat, and the cat's all like just joking around with you. These guys have spell casts.
Oh shit! Oh god!
Yeah.
Fuck.
Anyway, there were the guardians in the forest, and they like attacked you.
Yeah.
Until you made friends with her.
Uh-huh.
One of them was a archer named Ferris.
And so this is his bow.
Yeah, that was his bow, and you can actually get the bow in the original game, and it was really good, and it's good in this one too.
I already got the item in there.
Yes, you did. Actually, before we move forward, though, I think this is a good place to end this episode.
Right here.
Yeah.
On a cliffhanger, Travis.
But just as a side note, the Ferris bow actually gives further proof that this is probably Oolacile, because it was the same area.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right. And there are more items that further bring that in. So
Man.
the fact that this place is Oolacile is not even a stretch. Like it's so obvious.
It's decayed so much.
But we want to
Gross.
explore more of the swamp before we move on, because there's still things to do.
No,
Yeah.
I thought we'd be done with it. We'll start afresh and new next episode. Next episode's gonna be great, you guys. But for now, this has been Rough Night Gaming. I'm Marcus,
And I'm Travis.
and until next time, don't go hollow.